Well, when you see the TV screen, that means you know that the homily is going to be much shorter than usual. And some people know that means Mass will be shorter than usual. But before we listen to the Archbishop giving his homily, I just wanted to make one small point in the Scripture. Sometimes God asks us to take what He has promised us and to put it on the altar. We see that in the first reading. God promised Abraham that he would have a son, and that his descendants would become as numerous as the stars of the sky and the sands on the seashore. And then God does something that really could flip someone's mind and asks Abraham to offer up his son. It says in the letter to the Hebrews that Abraham figured that since God had made this promise, that if he was also asking him to offer it up, that God would somehow raise Isaac from the dead. Of course, God was prefiguring the fact that God was going to offer up his own son, Jesus, on that very same mountain of Moriah, which would later be called Calvary, and that son would be raised from the dead. But sometimes we have gifts or promises that God has given to us, and He'll ask us, He'll literally ask us to kind of let go of them for a bit, to put them aside for some time, so that then He can bless it even more. It's when we try to grasp and be in charge that we get in trouble. We see Peter trying that. He says, "Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." Now, we can't fault Peter, right, for wanting to stay up on that mountain, because when you're in the presence of something heavenly, it is intoxicating. It's intoxicating. So God asks us to trust that since He has given us the gift of Jesus, His Son, as we heard in the second reading, that He will also give us every good thing besides. He invites us to see His goodness and His glory. He invites us to taste and see. But at the same time, He asks us to have a hands-off approach, recognizing that He's in control, not us.